So today's lesson's on percent change. This is Unit 3, Day 5, okay? And it's percent of change. Percent of change is used a lot when comparing the increase and decrease of values of certain things. And the reason we use it is because if you have a $200,000 house that depreciates, or that increases, 40,000, or you have a $100,000 house that increases 40,000, which one's a better value? Well, when you look at the values already high, we look at the percent increase to determine which one was a better bang for the buck. All right. So percent change indicates how much a quantity increases or decreases with respect to the original amount. Now, percent of change is a formula, and it's the amount of increase or decrease divided by the original amount. So a lot of people will say this is the new amount over the original, right? Or we find the amount of increase or decrease by doing the new minus the old, and then we divide that by the original. Okay? So right here, percent of change. Identify the percent of change as an increase or a decrease. Then find the percent of increase or percent of change. So here, if your original amount was 140 and your new amount was 189, right? Did that go up in value or down in value? Well, it went up in value, right? So we know it's a percent increase. And to figure that out, we're going to do the new amount, 189, minus the old amount, 140. And we're going to take that and divide it by the original amount of 140. So you should know that gives you 49 over 140, right? And that would give you 0.35. But remember, that's a percent as a decimal, so we're going to say it's a 35% increase. Okay, when we look at the new one, or two, the original is 70, the new is 59.5. Well, technically, when we go to figure this out, we know we're going down in value. So 59.5 minus that 70, all divided by your original, which is 70. Now you are going to get a negative number here, but we generally don't say negative. When I subtract, right, you get negative 10.5 divided by 70. So when you take the 10.5 and divide it by 70, you get 0.15. So you would get negative 0.15 here. But in reality, we're just going to say it's a 15% decrease. All right. So you're not going to use the negative when you write your final answer. Negative just means it's going down. So the price of a token ride to ride a city subway system is changing from $1.25 to $1.50. Find the percent of change. Well, what was the amount of increase or decrease here? Well, if you go from $1.25 to $1.50, it went up 25 cents. So to find the percent change, we're going to take that amount of change, which would be 0.25, divide it by the original of $1.25, and 0.25 divided by 1.25 would give you 0.2. And we summarize our answer by changing this decimal to a percent. We say it's a 20% increase. Now, the reason this is important is because if you think about it, if your pay raise is, say, on average between 3 and 5%, if your costs are going up 20%, you're actually losing money. All right. So when we negotiate raises, we always keep these kind of things in mind. All right, let's look at another one. The price of a song on iTunes has changed from 99 cents to $1.29. Find the percent change. The percent change, how much did it go up? Now I can look at that and see it went up 30 cents, but in case you don't know, we take the $1.29, we subtract the 0.99, and what was the original amount here? It went from 99 cents to $1.29, so the original amount was 99 cents. When we take 0.30 and we divide it by 0.99, we end up getting 0.303, and we're going to round that to 0.30. So we're going to say it's about a 30% increase in price. Okay. All right, try the next couple on your own. Oops, excuse me. We'll do number 5 together. The average price of a new DVD in 1998 was $24. In 2003, the price was $21.12, right? Find the percent change. Well, we know the new price is $21.12. We know the old price, or the original, was $24. So right away, is this going to be an increase or a decrease? You should recognize it as a decrease. So the percent change here is going to be 21.12 minus 24, all divided by the original, which was 24. Now, 21.12 minus 24 gives you negative 288 divided by 24, and that gives you negative 0.12. But remember, the negative just tells us it's a percent decrease. So what we're going to say is the percent change is, say, 12% decrease in value. Okay. All right. Now, the next part is, what happens if we tell you something depreciates a certain percent? How do we find the new amount? So number 6 says a new car is valued at $14,500. In 1 year, the car's value will depreciate or decrease by 15%. Find the value of the car after 1 year. Well, to figure out the amount of decrease, what we do is we take 15% of that amount. So we're going to say 14,500 times the percent is a decimal. If I divide that by 100, I get 0.15. Now 14,500 times 0.15 will give you 2,175. Now, the number one thing to remember here is this is the amount it went down. It's not the amount it's worth now. So to figure out the new value, what we're going to do is take the 14,500 and subtract the 2,175. And when we do that, we end up with $12,325 is the new value for the car. Now, I know we talked about this last spring a little bit. I'm going to talk about another way to do it, is if it decreased by 0.15. This is just a different way to do it. That means it's still worth 100% minus 15%. It's still worth 85% of the value. So if you do 100 minus 15, you get 85%. So all I'm going to do now is the new value would be 14,500 times 0.85, and right away 14,500 times 0.85 would be 12,325. So Whether you figure out the amount of decrease and subtract it from the original amount, or figure out what percent it's now worth and use that, doesn't matter, whatever's easier for you. Okay, so number 7, on Monday, Jack's brokerage account was $5,679. On Friday, his account was $6,286. What was the percent change for the week? Well, the amount of increase would be the 6,286 minus 5,679. And when we subtract that, you end up getting $607. So the percent change would be the 607 divided by the original amount in the account was the 5,679. When we divide that, you end up getting 0.1068. So we are going to round that to 0.11. So we're going to say it's about 11% increase for the week. If you're getting 11%, that's pretty good. All right, go ahead and try the day 4 homework. And if you have any questions, let me know and I'll make more videos. Sorry, it's the day 5 homework, not day 4. Enjoy your day.